Hello and welcome to Guns and Gear for another show and tell, and this is part 2 of my collection of 1911s. Now I'll just start where I left off, and where I left off was with this gun right here. This is another Kimber. This is their Kimber stainless target 2, okay, and this is in 10 millimeter, okay. And here's one of the magazines. As you can see, it is unloaded. Like all these weapons, they're all unloaded, okay? Now, this gun right here represents a hunting handgun of mine in the 1911 format. This is a 10 millimeter, like I said before. If you are a 10 millimeter fan, then you need to know about double tap ammo. The gentleman that started double tap, he was the first guy that really started taking the 10 millimeter to its potential. He has excellent ammunition. Both my carry ammunition and my hunting ammunition I get from double tap ammo, and I use a 180 or 200 grain bullet with this handgun, and it does have adjustable sights. It has a lot of the features like a beaver tail grip safety, a commander hammer. It has an excellent set of adjustable sights, and these are tritium. This is a dot bar system. Okay, not the 3 dots, but the dot and the bar. You place the dot on top of the bar. Very effective. Very effective. Packmire grips. This gun is pretty accurate. It is my most accurate 10 millimeter, but it doesn't hold a candle to that gun right there. And finally, this is my Colt Delta Elite. When they first came out with the 10 millimeter cartridge, it was the Bren 10. And for those of us who are old enough to remember, there was some TV shows where that Bren 10 was actually showcased. At any rate, the 10 millimeter was supposed to be the answer to problems that they were having with 9 millimeter being ineffective. Okay, ammunition had really never caught up with it. In a lot of cases, they were using ball ammo, and in the ball ammo, 9 millimeter is not exactly the best caliber for stopping a fight. Okay, there was a pretty famous FBI shooting where 2 guys that were hopped up on some stuff, and they had a felony stop. These FBI agents got into a gunfight with these 2 guys, and these 2 guys ended up killing, I believe, a couple of the agents and permanently maiming some of 1 or 2 of the other agents. And they were armed with 9 millimeters and 38 special revolvers and a 12 gauge shotgun, or at least one 12 gauge shotgun. That's what ended the fight at the end. At any rate, their answer to that was this right here. This is a Colt Delta Elite. This is the first edition when they first came out with the gun. It has very rudimentary but effective 3-dot steel sights, commander hammer. It has a standard grip safety, straight mainspring housing. Matter of fact, this is manufactured by Packmire. Okay, this was originally on that. The plastic one right here was on this. Okay, these grips right here are Ajax model, and they are buffalo horn. I actually got these grips on another 1911, and when I traded it off, I kept the grips. I liked them so much that I purchased another set that I put on that 22. This has an extended trigger, but it is solid. It doesn't have the holes in it to lighten it up. This gun right here is very robust. It is decently accurate, and it has been utterly reliable. Now, one of the things they do to tame the 10 millimeter cartridge was that the mainspring, the recoil spring here, is a double style of spring. In other words, there's one spring with a little larger spring over top of it. Very similar to what some companies use with their polymer handguns, and I believe that's what Glock uses with like their 36, 30s, and some of the other models. I'm not sure. So this represents all except for one. Like I said earlier in the first part 1 video, I have one that's in the shop right now. This represents my collection. Now, if you notice, these things are nicked and they're bumped and they have scratches on them and stuff because I use them. These are the guns that I shoot the most, that I enjoy. I just enjoy them. And if you're ever asked yourself, well, what does Van keep at home? Does he actually keep a weapon loaded at home for protection? Well, the answer to that is yes, I do. And it would be this pair of ordnance here. And here is the magazine that I just pulled out of it prior to this video when I unloaded the weapon. And it's loaded with Glacier safety slugs. I don't know if you folks know about the Glacier safety slug, but it is basically a hollow brass core with BBs in it and this polymer poured at the end of it. Very effective on human tissue, and it reduces, not eliminates, but it reduces penetration into barriers. Okay, a glass window is not going to stop that firearm from going out of your house, but going through walls, it will break up and become much more ineffective. Okay, the gun that I've been carrying around for the last couple of days, because here we are, it is July the 6th, and just had our Independence Day. What's more patriotic than carrying one of John Moses Browning's greatest inventions? And I've been carrying my Gold Combat for personal defense. I have a CCW, and I've been carrying the good old Timber Gold Combat. All right, and I'm babbling now, so I might as well end the video. If you have any questions about some of these guns or others, I've had Thompsons, I've had Springfield Armories. I don't have anything against Springfield Armories, I just don't happen to have one with me now. I would have to say that back in the day, Springfield Armories were considered the best guns to buy to start building into a better 1911. Especially once the old government models, the old surplus 45s started drying up, and that would be the period of time of the 1980s. In the 1980s, at the time I had 2 Springfields and a Thompson, and they were all good. All 3 of those were very good 45s, very good 45s. That's also when I got this from my father, and a little horse trade that we did. At any rate, this is my 1911s. And if Pete from the Army channel, if you see this, please let me know what you think of my collection. I know you have some beautiful firearms, and I know you're a fan of the 1911. At any rate, if anybody has any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them, and thanks again.